Morning, everyone. It's Thursday. Hey, listen, I want to ask, do you struggle with having dreams and vision for your life? Do you struggle with seeing where you're going, understanding the direction for your life? Or do you even struggle with just dreaming about something that's different than your current present situation and what's right in front of you and looking further off? Here's the deal. A lot of times that happens when in our past, we had a big dream and then we told it to somebody and they shot it down, gave a negative opinion, and we made a decision in that moment. And I'm saying we because this is something that I've done. We made a decision in that moment to no longer dream again because it was not safe for us to. And when we expressed it to people, there was a negative emotion that happened in that and a negative experience. And so in that, we decided, you know what, it's not safe for me to dream anymore. And that's what I find is generally the case when somebody has a hard time dreaming specifically for their future, where they want to go, is because they are afraid of doing that. Now, that's not always the case, and I'm not going to just put a blanket statement on it and say that's the only reason why, but that is a reason why. And I would bet that if you're watching this video right now, you could point to a moment in your life maybe that you had a big dream, something that was impossible to accomplish, that only God could do if he parted the Red Sea and moved the heavens and the earth and the mountains. I get it. I've had those in my life. And whenever I would explore them, whenever I would go down the path of what I needed to do that, I talked about that, if you knew success was guaranteed, what would you do with your life? And if you knew you were dying tomorrow, what would you do? And that points to your destiny. And there's usually dreams along that path. But if you have a struggle dreaming, this points to also, this generally happens developmentally. They found, I'm not a psychiatrist, or a psychologist at all, but I've read about this during developmental stages, 5, 10, 15, even 20 and 25 years old. Between that period before the age of 30, there are moments where you'll have like a big dream, like I want to be an astronaut, I want to be president, I want to be a movie producer, I want to be a big business person, speaker, author, musician, whatever that is, those big dreams, okay? And when we thought about it, when we talked about it, when we maybe tried to even take a step of faith and walk towards them, we got burned. And we made a decision in that moment, you know what, I'm not going to go down that path ever again. In fact, if you got burned too many times with too many of those, you might have actually made a decision not just to not go down that path, but to not to ever dream again. And a lot of people are in that place and they're looking at, if that didn't happen to me, then maybe I would. And you're comparing your present moment to a past situation, and you're pulling from the past to create a formula for your current life. Meaning you have a success formula, you have a life formula. So in your life right now, wherever you are in this moment, watching this video, you logged on, you found me. Maybe it was through an ad, maybe it was through you following me, maybe it was because you're in my Grow Your Life University. And you found this because you're somebody that struggles to have dreams in your life. But at one time, you did have dreams in your life at one time in your life, and you're comparing your present situation to that moment, and you're wanting to get back there or go back there. But the truth is this: you can't go back in time. You can't change the past. But what you can do is change the choices that you make moving forward based on what you believe about what happened in the past. And so what happens in the past is you made beliefs about those dreams, about dreaming, that you made decisions that I can't dream again. I can't go there. I can't mentally go there because what happened last time hurt. And that pain made decisions in you to not dream again. And so what I want to do right now is I want to just say this. It's not even going to be a formula or anything. It's actually, I over the years, I've tried to formalize this in my head. And I realized there is no way to really formulaically do this. If you struggle to have dreams in your life, the best way to start having them is to just ask those two questions. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do with your life? If you could go back there and change what happened, imagine with me just for a second that is possible, even though we know it's not. It's safe to go there right now. What would you do? How would your life be different? What would the divergent path of your life be in that? What kind of split would there be? That split right there points to this path is the one you're on. This is the one that it would have been. And yet here's the deal. Both of those paths would have led you right to this moment right now. They would have led you right to this moment. Whether you took that path or this other one, you would have been right in this moment, sitting right there watching this video right now. And you know this because it's just reality. The timeline of your life didn't change, but the decisions and the choices that you would have made probably would have. And so you would have still been in this moment, but you probably would have been in a different place. And so the exercise is this, is you ask yourself, if I knew I couldn't fail, what would I do with my life? If I knew that success was guaranteed and failure was not possible, what would I do in this moment in time? And then realize this, you can actually just stop looking at the past, stop comparing what could have been, should have been, would have been that you hoped would have happened to your present situation. This is where it gets good, okay? This is why it's so quick. It really is quick. You stop looking backward. You stop looking and comparing to the past of what the two divergent paths would have been, and you actually just forget about all that. You just stop thinking that, and you look forward, and you look forward to where you're going, and you decide, okay, what decisions do I need to make today? And you start dreaming, and you start exploring maybe that painful exploration of what decisions you would need to make, what choices you would need to make, what changes would need to be made in your life. What would you need to learn? Who would you need to talk to? Where would you need to go? What would you need to do to go after your dreams again? And that right there, my friends, is a process that you can do if you get stuck and you don't see vision for your life and you're not dreaming. You can then, it'll activate dreams in you. And so after this video, I want to invite you to go and think about those two questions. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do with your life? If success was guaranteed and failure was not possible, what would you be doing? Okay? And if you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what would you do with that time that you were given? Explore those answers, and then in prayer, I just pray, God, show me dreams and vision for my life in the direction that you want me to go for my destiny. Simple. Just ask that. You know, I was listening to a guy, his name's Jordan Peterson, and he was talking about in prayer, even if you don't believe in prayer, just try it. That's what he said. He said, just try it. Just try saying, okay, God, show me. I need a sign. And see what happens. Don't be so afraid to try that exercise. If you're watching this right now, and you might shock yourself as to what would happen. So if you're struggling to have dreams in your life, ask yourself those two questions, and then just pray and ask God to show you what your next step should be, where you should go to give you vision, to give you dreams. There you go. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.